Welcome here for the Daytona International Speedway, where we are ready for the NSCS 300 from Daytona. This is going to be the final NSCS Super Speedway race ever, and it's at the first ever track the NSCS raced at. Including this race, there are 3 races to go in the NSCS season, or in the NSCS's history. This, Miami, and Chicagoland. So here's a look at the starting grid. So then, the 22 is second place in points, and he's 10 points behind the 77 with 3 races to go, but he's looking in a good spot because one position is 1 point, so he's 7 points ahead if this was the finishing grid. But he's on the outside and he's starting 10th place. Unlike the Florida 250 that was earlier today, there are actually going to be cautions in this race because it's not going to be a wreck every single lap. In this race, it's the normal rules for the NSCS races, with caution laps not counting. So the starting grid is now going to be the 75 on row 1, and the 69 also on row 1. Row 2, it's going to be the 24 and 57, and row 3, it's going to be the 9 and 19. The 9 is 23 points behind the 77, but the 9 is secretly making his way closer to the points battle. He might be a challenger at the very end if he finishes good in this race. This is going to be the final Super Speedway race in NSCS history. The 75 is on pole, the 69 is on the outside. Everyone wanting to win the final NSCS Super Speedway race. Pace car is off, and we're ready to race from Daytona for one final time. The green flag waves, and we're underway. '75 gets a good start there. 2 cars already going to the outside. The 68 and 3 cars. 22 staying in the middle line. 22 trying to get away from the 77 as fast as possible. 77 trying to... Here comes the 22 to the outside. He gets squeezed there by the 3 car. But 69 is taking the lead away. Actually, that was the 34 car that squeezed him. Now this 22 is the leader on the outside. This might be... Now the 77 is actually catching up. But the 75 gets a good push, and he's going to lead lap 1 from Daytona. This might be the 22's big break. Lap 1's in the books. The 75 leads by 64 thousandths of a second. Actually, every lap it's important to see who leads because that's the only scoring loop on iRacing. Looks like the 19 also goes to the outside. So whoever leads the previous lap is going to be first place on the restart. Oh, the 34 is really aggressive. He squeezes the 19 as well. The 22 almost took them 4 wide. The gap between the 22 and 77 is now not many cars. They're right side by side pretty much. Not anymore. But 69 and 75 are side by side. The 69 leads. If there's a caution this lap, then the 69 is going to be the pole sitter on the restart. It's important to see how whoever leads that lap. And now we're officially 1/6 through the race in this 12-lap event. 68 who finished second in the Florida 250 is at the back of the outside. 34 moves to the inside. The 34 is going to take the lead with a push from the 19 car. Now the 22 is the leader on the outside again. That was a nice push that the 19 gave the 34. That was a well-executed pass. 69 is really getting aggressive there. And the 19 leads that lap. The 22 is third place. Meanwhile, the 77 is all the way in the back. The 22 might take the points lead away in this race. 34 leading, though. Down the back straightaway they go. 3 by 3 by 3 by 3 by 3 by 3. Actually, 5. But 34 with 1 car length lead over the 69 and 19 cars. 22 is going to fall back there because it's the outside. That leaves the opportunity for the 57 to get 2 race wins in a row at Daytona and sweep the weekend. I mean, sweep this doubleheader. Yeah, he's clear to the outside, but the 22 is going to have a huge push out through the tri-oval. 34 leads that lap. 1/3 of the race is completed. The outside is going to have a huge run down the back straightaway. 22 leading the outside line. He's going to take the lead away, and he might clear the inside lines. Yes, he does. And he blocks the middle line. But that's going to allow the inside line to get by. The 34 is a really aggressive driver, and he's not going to give any room to anyone. But the 22 down the front straightaway, he's going to lead. 77 all the way in the back. This might turn the tables here. That first, the 77 had a 10-point lead. Now the 22 is probably going to have a 10-point lead over the 77. Next time by, it's going to be halfway through this race. Usually at halfway, it's where all the chaos begins. 22 blocks the inside line now. But the inside's going to fall back. Because there was a gap there. The 22's in charge of the inside. But meanwhile, the 77 at the very back. I think he's, at the very least, he should try switching lanes. Because the inside is so long and he's at the very end. Side by side at the line. It's the 22 leading this lap. We're halfway through the race. Mid-pack is the worst place to be in the race because that's where the wrecks happen, mainly. I mean, there's no avoiding the wreck if you're 3 wide and you're in the middle of the pack, especially in the very middle. 69 is getting really aggressive there. He's going to try to take them 4 wide. No contact heard in the back. They stay clean. 77's opportunity to move to any high lines has gone now. At the line, it's the 19 and 22 cars. Who's going to lead? It's going to be the 22, barely. Actually, the 19 by 2,000ths of a second. 77 moves to the outside. He goes back to the inside. He probably knows something's about to happen. The middle line's about to fall back because there's a huge gap there. We're halfway through the race. Actually, 1 lap after halfway. Oh, they're wrecking the back! The 55, the 37, and the 5 cars. They're going to fall back there. Oh, the caution's out? Why is the caution out? Oh, it looks like they're wrecking the main pack. Oh, a big crash. The 57's around. Is the 77 in it? No, he stays clean. While we were looking at the incident that happened back there, we missed the big one. The restart's probably going to be with 4 laps to go. So let's take a look at what happened there. First off, let's look back here to see what happened to the main pack. I mean, like the back of the pack. I mean, so it looks like they break there. The 55 has to go back there. I think the 37 hits the wall. First off, let's see what happens here. Oh, the 21 puts them into the wall, and they're still recovering from that incident. Let's see what happened here now. So the 07 tries to take them 4 wide there. Never works out in the Xfinity cars. And he just right hooks the 57. And around they go. The 77 avoids the wreck. He's still in contention for the points thing. Or battle. The 3 car with a lot of damage. The 19 is going to be the leader on the restart. The 22 is going to control the outside. Or middle line. Like the 34. Actually, the 57, who is 4th place at the line, he was involved in the big one just then. I don't think this is What I'm about to say is probably has a really small chance of happening, but if there's a wreck with 2 laps to go, then it's going to be a 1-lap shootout. I think with 1-lap shootouts, it's like single file restarts. The 37 really has a recovery there. The wreck really helps him recover. The 57 had a hard hit. Does he have any damage? I think he has front end damage because the back of the car looks clean. Wait, 57 after that hard hit has no damage. What happened? Meanwhile, the 68 and 21, 57 really got lucky with iRacing there. 77 makes his way up front. Now, not many cars behind the 22 car. I think the next time by is going to be the one to go. I mean, this time by is going to be one to go. 19 leading from Daytona. Let's see if the pace car's lights turn off here. You can see those small lights right at the top of the pace car. Oh, they're not really that visible from here. The pace car's lights do turn off, and they receive the one to go. But I guess this is going to be a single file restart. Sometimes it has that error or glitch where it says it's going to be a double file restart, but it's single file. Let's see how many cars or points are between the 77 and 22 car. There are currently 11 points between the 22 and 77, so if the race finishes like this, then the 22 will have a 1-point lead over the 77 entering the final 2 races. Oh, the final 2 races are on this Thursday. The pace car's lights are off. The 19's the leader. It's going to be an interesting single file restart. A lot of cars up front have damage, so it's going to be interesting to see all the cars without damage get by them. The 2 and 07 are catching up to the lead pack. The 19's on the pole for the restart. Second place is going to be the 22, and third place is going to be the 57. I mean, 34. The 34 is a really aggressive super speedway racer, and he wants to win. I don't think he has won in the NSCS ever. Actually, he did just win the RP race. The 22 trying outside line for the restart, right behind the 19. The pace car is about to go off. It's going to be 4 laps to go from Daytona. The restart happens from Daytona, and the 19 gets a good start. It's going to be interesting to see how the pack reforms. A lot of cars with damage, without damage, have to get by the cars with damage. So that's going to be the thing slowing down to 77. '34 is going to push the 19 car. You can see the cars with damage, without damage, trying to get by the cars with damage, but it's a 5-car lead pack. There's 3 wide for second place. Next time by, it's going to be 3 laps to go. 75 gets a huge run there. The 77 is in 13th place. He goes to the outside for second place. There's a really big second pack, but the outside is the only car that doesn't have a car. Oh, they wreck in the back as well. The caution's out again. It's going to be a 2-lap shootout from Daytona. Another wreck happens, and another restart's going to happen with 2 laps to go. The possibility of a 1-lap shootout is higher now. And the 77 is now 15th. The 22 is 4th place. Once they receive the white flag, then the checkered flag is the next flag that ends the race. It's not real life, so the race will not end under caution. The 19 led last time by. Actually, he was the leader. At the line, he was the leader. Then 34, then the 75 to 22, and then the 69. 34 goes from 14th to second place, the 22 from 10th to 4th, 21 from 22nd to 8th place. Lots of big movers. Once the lead pack catches up to the pace car, we'll take a look at the replay. It looks like they have. So let's take a look at what happened. It was the 5 car that was involved mainly. So it looks like he came down. Let's slow down the replay here. The cars look good under the lights. So it looks like the 5 car came down on the 3 car, then and the 37, he got into the 37. 2 cars that got involved in their second incident. Then the 55 and 57, 5 came down on the 55. Then the 57 also got hit there. 57 gets shoved under the yellow line. They still make contact up front. Looks like they get through it. They're door banging right back here, and then the caution comes out. The 5 car doing spins, and he brings out the caution. It's going to be an interesting restart, to say the least. This is probably going to be a 2-lap shootout, I think. Yeah, it's going to be a 2-lap shootout. I don't think we had a similar green-white checkered finish ever in the NSCS. So the 1934, the 75, the 22, and 69. I think they might go double file on the restart. '07 trying to catch up to the lead pack. So the 37 catches up to the '07, and the '07 catches up to the 5 car. I think next time by is going to be the one to go again. Wait, the pace car's lights are already... Oh, wait, never mind. They're still on. Wait, they're off. Never mind, they're on. Next time by is going to be the one to go. So 19 is going to be the leader on the restart. Let's see the gap between the 22 and 77. It's still going to be 15 cars. So I guess it's going to be 11-point gain if the race finishes like this. '77 wants to gain as many spots as possible, and he hopes the 22 loses a lot of spots at the restart. The restart's going to be this time by from Daytona. Yeah, the pace car's lights are off this time, actually. So the 19's he went from 6th place to the lead. Then second place, it's the 34. He went from 14th to second. 75 was started on pole is on third place. It's gonna be a 2-lap shootout from Daytona. If there's a caution on this lap, then it's gonna be 1 lap to go restart. So the 19's gonna be the leader on the restart. Looks like they're single file this restart as well. It's gonna be 2 laps. The cars behind the 7 are gonna have to get by. So the 7 and 21 have damage, so they're gonna get past on the restart. They're just gonna try to hang in there. So the 19's gonna be the leader on the restart. 34 second, 75 third, 22 fourth, and the 69 fifth. There's going to be 2 laps to go from Daytona. The pace car's off, and we're ready to race. 2 laps to go from Daytona International Speedway. So 19 gets a good start there. 34 in the draft. He's going to try to catch up. They're going to go side by side. Then that's going to allow the 75 and 22 to catch up. Meanwhile, the cars in the back are getting slowed down by the cars with damage. Only a few cars being able to contend for the win. Everyone else trying to get by the damaged cars. Here comes the 22, pushing the 34 for the lead. 19 and 5's tandem draft versus the 22 and 69's tandem draft. This might be an old school COT style race finish, like the 2011 Talladega race. Never mind. But this time by, they're going to get the 1 lap to go signal. 3 wide for the lead coming to the line. The white flag for Daytona one more time around. 75 leads there. This is looking like a tandem draft style race finish. And the cars in the back are also catching up. The 9, the 3, the 2 cars. Will they be able to catch up to the leaders? The 22 behind. The race is getting interesting. The 75 with a push down the back straightaway. Down the back straightaway for the final time in NSCS history. The 75, the 19, the 34, the 69, and 22 are your top 5. The 19 with a great push. The 75 is going to have a run off the corner. Here they come out of the final corner. 75, the 19. Who's going to make it at the line? The 75 gets a push. It's going to be the 19 at the line. The 19 wins the Daytona to the NSCS 300 by 21 thousandths of a second. I think this is 19's first career NSCS victory, with only 3 races left in the NSCS. Let's see where the 7 finished. He finished 11th place. The 22 finishes 6th place. That's going to be a 5-point gain for the 22. A 5-point gap between first and second entering the final 2 races of the season. The 19 victorious from Daytona. The final 2 races are going to be on Thursday. And anyways, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this race. And be sure to tune in on Thursday for the Miami 150 and Chicagoland 200.